So, me personally, I don't really do breakfast. I don't eat until probably about like 1 or 2, sometimes even later. And that's when I'll eat maybe some eggs or something like that. But obviously no breakfast cereal. I might have like a little bit of bread, something like that, some fruits, a little bit of meat. But other than that, just real light, you know. And when you eat real light, you got a lot more energy. And when you eat more healthy fat, it's gonna carry you more through the day off your own reserves instead of off carbs. I keep all my carbs, I want to say 90% of my carbs, vegetables and fruits. Not too much fruits though, because fruits have a lot of sugar. I think the amount of sugar in a banana is probably like around 20 grams of sugar. So I might have only 1 or 2 a day, something like that, depending on how I feel. But try to keep everything to a minimum, you know. And then I'll have dinner, which is basically just like, or actually when I have my breakfast, it'll be like just some tuna or something, you know, something real light, not even, maybe some crackers, super simple, you know. I'm not even really thinking about what I'm gonna eat, because I eat the same thing every day basically, you know, and it just makes life a lot easier instead of thinking 1,000 different meals and stuff and cooking and all this crazy shit. And you need like a meal prep and all this stuff. I don't do meal prep. I don't count my calories, you know. To me it's just too much mental work to be counting every single calorie down to every gram of fat and weighing my food, and oh my gosh, it's too much. You know, I used to do all that stuff and I never really got anywhere. I don't know how anybody does get anywhere doing any of that stuff, but some people do. I'm not gonna say it doesn't work, but it doesn't work for me, because I like to keep it light, keep it moving, you know. I don't really like to complicate my life, you know, overcomplicate things. I like to make things as simple as possible, and that keeps me as consistent as possible, because I don't have to think about shit. It just happens automatic, you know. So as far as like dinner goes, I'll make like one big meal, right? And I'll just keep it in the fridge. I don't even portion it out or nothing. I'll just make one meal, a lot of meat, potatoes, vegetables, stuff like that. Very little, few carbs from grains. And I'll just eat until I'm not hungry anymore, you know. I might have 2, 3, 4 bowls, but this food is like really good for you, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like microwave bullshit. It's like actual whole vegetables and fruits, or like good meat, good quality meat, you know. Like stew. And I'll eat 1, 2, 3, 4 bowls until I'm finished, you know, and not even really think about it, because there's hardly any calories in fruits, in vegetables, and in meats. There's very few calories too, so I'm not even really thinking about it. And it just keeps it simple, keeps life simple. And I do my workouts the same way too, you know. I do all the basics, do a lot of the basics, and I just do it a lot. You end up, without even having to create a work plan or anything, or a diet plan, you end up just burning off more than you can eat, just off of just off of the consistency that you get, you know. So I feel like I get way more consistency off of eating right when things are simple, when I don't have to think too much about you know, meal prep and all this shit. And like on Sunday I'm gonna make 21 meals, you know, eat 3 times a day, and it's gonna be this and this and that and mixed up. And no, I just cook it and it's done. It's in the fridge. Whenever I'm ready, I warm it up in the microwave. You know, if you don't like the microwave, then don't worry about it, you know, just warm it up on the stove. It's not a big deal. But when you make your life simple like that, then it's easy to stay consistent. It's impossible to stay consistent for me when I gotta freaking count every single macro and portion out my meals 3 or 4 times a day, and try to eat, you know, 4 or 5 times a day. To me, it's just too much to think about, you know. So that's it.